has fascinated man since the dawn of civilization, visitors from outer space.
Tonight, Bruce Arian tells us about an Athens man and his close encounter. Bruce?
Kelly, John, Paul Brown is by any measure a pillar of the community. He's a lay minister, a businessman, husband, father, American Legion baseball coach. But one night in 1973, Paul Brown had an encounter that he'll never forget.
Got the sun, got some rally wheels, luggage rack on the back, Georgia colors.
For the past 15 years, Paul Brown has been going on about his business as though nothing ever happened to him on the night of October 16, 1973. But it did. Something so extraordinary that it would stay with him forever.
Yes, I have very vivid memories of what happened and what took place.
On that night, 15 years ago, Brown was driving home along this deserted stretch of Highway 29 near Athens.
All of a sudden, everything seemed to light up around me, and I thought, well, that's strange. And I kind of looked up through the windshield, and I could see bright lights around me. When I realized that this thing was landing in front of me, I come to a screeching stop, and as I was stopping, my motor just died. Two subjects came out from, I don't know whether they came out of the side of the craft or from underneath it. I couldn't tell that. Started down the road toward me. So when I pulled the gun up beside the door, they turned around, did not run. And as they disappeared behind that bright light, I did not hear a door shut. The next thing I knew is the light went out.
Paul Brown's encounter thrust him reluctantly into the national spotlight, something that he's still dealing with.
From time to time, people will say, aren't you the one that saw the UFO or the unidentified flying object?
With a skeptical air, do they say that?
Yes.
And while Brown has had to endure his share of skepticism, there are many experts who don't find this kind of story preposterous at all.
Yes, I expect then whenever we'll find similar conditions in other solar systems, we'll probably find other beings not very different from us.
My feeling is that there is a life and intelligence elsewhere. However, the big question is that what UFOs are?
But sadly, that question has been clouded over the years by natural phenomenon and by outright fakes.
More analysis showed this is actually two hubcaps just glued together.
In fact, the bottom line of the whole UFO controversy is this.
As far as the evidence goes, there's really no hard evidence to support that we've ever been visited by craft from other worlds.
So, is that the end of it? Well, not by a long shot. With 200 billion stars in our galaxy, and the universe containing billions more galaxies, the law of averages alone suggests that perhaps we are not alone. And the nation's scientific community seems to share this view.
It's preposterous to me to think that we could be such complete freaks as to be the only intelligence in that vast array of things.
Interesting note. For years, a government-sponsored project called SETI, or Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, has been scanning the heavens from the Mojave Desert with huge radio telescopes, listening for some trace of intelligent life. But even if they were to pick up a message from outer space, it would do little to settle the UFO controversy. Our nearest star, Alpha Centauri, is 24 trillion miles away, an extraordinary journey for even some ultra-advanced life form to make. And so, without any hard evidence of a UFO visitation to this planet, those who have had an encounter, like Paul Brown, bear their own private burden.
Do you ever wish now that you hadn't made this known publicly?
Yes, I have thought about that a lot. A lot of people think you're crazy and kooky and whatever, you know.
And yet, despite the personal price that he's had to pay, Paul Brown stands by his recollection of what he saw on that deserted highway that night 15 years ago.
In my mind, it's there. What people think, I don't know. It's still unsolved in my mind.
Now, if you're like most people, you probably roll your eyes a little when you hear about UFOs. But interesting note, Paul Brown says that he used to chuckle to himself as well when the subject of UFOs came up. Well, he laughs no more. When you talk to him about this encounter, he talks about his heart beating so fast that he could actually see it through his jacket, talks about his legs trembling, and he'll only say, I wish you could have been there. I wish you could have seen what I saw. And what was it that he saw? Well, that's going to remain one of Georgia's great unsolved mysteries. John, Kelly?
Bruce's experience sounds like something that was very similar to a scene in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Was he consulted on that movie?
It almost sounds like that, but I don't believe he was. It's just something that's been in his past, and I don't believe he was in that particular case, no.